Če želiš biti najboljši, treniraj z najboljšim. WFC spletna trgovina, 3x2w.vfc.si, boksarske rokavice, MMA rokavice, zaščitna oprema in ostala športna oprema za vse borilne veščine. Obiščite nas na 3x2w.vfc.si.
Sem Miran Fabjan, sem boril na WFC 12, ki ja nestrpno čakam. Prvo zaradi tega, ker se spet vrnemo v halu Tivolu, v moj dom, v mojo hišo. Ljubljana, december, lučke, super fight.
Aleksandr, мне 27 лет.
My name is Aleksandr. I have come from Russia. I am 27 years old. I've come to win. I know that there are no easy opponents in WFC. And I know that my opponent is the champion of the world, and I'm ready. I have seen a lot of video files of him.
Aleksandr Stetcurenko, tu gre res za vrhunskega ruskega fajterja. Odlično, ne dobro, odlično bazo boksa, sposoben te poslati v sanje z enim udarcem. No, mi moramo tu narediti, da do tega udarca ne pride in da jaz za svojo pametjo tokrat ga onemogočim, se mu izmikam in delam non-stop na telo. Tu delamo na tej taktiki, na telo, da ga upočasnimo in potem na koncu zaključimo na glavo. Tako da ja, jaz tudi v tem fajtu pričakujem zmago z nokauta, ki mislim, da se tu tivolska publika zasluži.
I think everybody who is going to fight think only about the win. So do I. That's why I think I will win. It will be the hard fight.
To ni neka umetnost, se vse ve, kaj treba delati z dobrimi bokserjami. Prvo bomo se z middle kickami vzeli roke, bomo probali polomiti roke, da bo slabše boksal. Z low kickami bomo vzeli noge, da se bo slabše gibal. S kolenami bomo vzeli kondicijo, da bo slabše dihal. In na konci upamo, da ga zadanemo za nokaut.
WFC 12 proti ini.si Showtime predstavlja borbo večera. Generalni sponzor dogodka proti ini.si, največji spletni center športne prehrane in dodatkov za izgubo maščobe po najugodnejših cenah. 3 runde po 3 minute v super lažje težki kategoriji do 83 kilogramov, po pravilih K1. Vam predstavljam borca v rdečem kotu z osebnim rekordom 110 zmag, 5 porazov, kar 70 zmag je zaključil z nokautom. Prihaja iz Rusije. Njegov stil je K1, star je 27 let, visok 180 centimetrov, težak 81 kilogramov. Aleksandr the Great Stetcurenko! Njegov nasprotnik v modrem kotu z osebnim rekordom 27 zmag, 2 poraza, kar 6 zmag je dosegal z nokautom. Prihaja iz Slovenije. Njegov stil je kickbox, Star je 25 let, visok 179 cm, težak 81 kg. Miran the Rocky Fabjan! Sudnik u ringu, Grant Waterman.
Well, what a clash we've got here for our last bout this evening. It really is something else. And we've got local hero, Miran Fabjan. He is the current WFC welterweight champion. He goes up against his toughest opponent so far. This is a real step up for Rocky. Aleksandr Stetcurenko. Stetcurenko has 110 wins, just 5 losses, and here's a magic number, 70 KOs. The Russian comes here with some bare bad skills. Listen, Rocky, he doesn't go down. No one's going to put him away. This is going to be a tough bout. It's K1, 3 3-minute rounds.
Are you ready? Let's fight.
So straight away, the action starts. Fabjan, 4-wheel drive, comes forward here, tries to pressurize the Russian straight away. And look at that for sheer audacity. This is up against a man who's got 110 wins. Now at 27, that's a hell of a fight record. Well, I have to say that Stetcurenko doesn't quite know how to handle Fabjan. Fabjan really pressurizing him, imposing himself from the get-go. There's a lot at stake here and a lot for both fighters to lose. Well, so far, Fabjan having the best of it here, really putting in the low kicks, and the Russian smiles, great combinations, and Stetcurenko says, bring it on, but he's asking the wrong question. Fabjan, great evasive skills, moves out of the way of the kick. This is a natural fighter. Rocky Fabjan is a natural fighter. Some men are born to fight, and this is one man that really has it in his blood. Stetcurenko really is a step up. But it's Stetcurenko that's glowing red around the eye and around the side. This is like one hand clapping for Miran Fabjan. Who'd have thought it? Really putting the pressure on from the get-go. And I have to say, unless Stetcurenko gets his stride and gets into this, this is going to be a hard night for the Russian. Well, you can hear the crowd here giving it up for Slovenian hero Miran Fabjan. Fabjan, just 27 wins. I say just 27 wins. 2 losses, 6 KOs. And he's really making Stetcurenko look just a little bit wooden here tonight. Fabjan is really showing Slovenia that he has real class and causing problems for Stetcurenko. Stetcurenko having to think long and hard here about a strategy to deal with Fabjan. Rocky needs to keep it tight. He needs to keep in control, and he needs to keep doing what he's doing. And really, for a fighter that just comes forward, he's really thinking this time and really bringing some skills and some style to this. We know he's got substance, but this is not just about tearing it up. This is about outclassing a very, very capable opponent. Look at Stetcurenko bring the knee up. So from inside the clinch, Stetcurenko brings some skills. Well, against the ropes, Rocky Fabjan powers those shots in. Not causing Stetcurenko problems at the moment, but he needs to keep it tight. So at the end of the round, fantastic round for Miran Fabjan. Fabjan has to keep the guard up. Got to keep it tight, because Stetcurenko will find a way in. And this is a real test for Miran Fabjan. Will Fabjan relapse back to that Rocky mentality of grinding forward and slugfesting it out? Or will he take advantage of the new skills and outbox his opponent? From the slow-mo, Fabjan in control, and he punished Stetcurenko. Stetcurenko. It's a long way to come for a short fight. But as the Russian champion, Stetcurenko has a lot at stake here. But so does Miran Fabjan, the current WFC champ. He doesn't want to give that belt away. And the evasive skills of Fabjan are really very, very sweet. He just slips out of range and comes back in on the counter. And that's a great advantage for Fabjan. But he needs to have a care now, because I have to say Stetcurenko has come to the second round with a different head on. He's got his war head on, and he's going to come to this now with some different skills. Fabjan needs to keep tight, needs to keep the guard up, and keep his eye on the ball. Will Rocky keep it tight? Or will Stetcurenko bring a shocker here, a surprise from out of the blue? Beautiful little front teep as well from Fabjan, just keeping Stetcurenko out of range. But he loves to work. You look at Miran Fabjan, and he keeps that guard so tight, and then relaxes into those combinations. They're fast, they're tight, but he needs to keep his hands up, needs to keep tight, and box with skill here. Well, he takes a big shot there from the Russian, and this is what I'm talking about. The Russian looking to take advantage. Fabjan needs to keep his eye on the ball. Takes a big hit there, and you cannot have that go on if you want to stay tight and focused. Stetcurenko has 70 KOs. This is not a time for Fabjan to take his eye off the ball. Stetcurenko piling the shots in now. But you know the great thing about Miran Fabjan? He's got a chin that is so tough. He really can take a shot. But Stetcurenko finds a way in. And this is the first time Miran Fabjan has gone down. Is it a KO? It's a knockdown! Miran Fabjan! Is counted out. What a decisive win. Aleksandr Stetcurenko. What happened to Miran Fabjan? He almost went to sleep behind the wheel. You cannot do that against a man that has got 70 KOs in a record of 110 wins. Miran Fabjan took his eye off the ball, and this is all it took. And you can see in the slow-mo, Stetcurenko piled it in. And Fabjan almost invited what was a horrendous onslaught. Too many shots, you can't come back from that. This is the first time Miran Fabjan was knocked down. He's back up. It was a step up for Miran Fabjan, but Stetcurenko took everything that Fabjan had to offer. But this was a tough opponent.
Aleksandr the Great Stetcurenko!
It was a tough opponent with some skills, really bare skills.
Има честитка сега туди нашему
He took everything
борцу
that
во
Fabjan
модерен
had.
коту.